Don't listen to anybody else, not one person, because God forbid anything went wrong. You can't blame other people and start pointing the finger. Always know that you're only to blame yourself because you made that decision. And whatever you do in life, never regret it. Never if, buts, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Give everything while you can, when you can, and leave nothing behind.
The day you stop getting better is the day you die. Is the day the person who's trying to catch you will get you. Every opportunity is the last opportunity. Every opportunity I have to reprove myself again.
If you think ordinary is cool, ain't no problem. But if you are sitting in this room and you have extraordinary aspirations, then you're gonna have to do extra. I have never met anybody who became incredibly successful in any area of their life until they had suffered and sweated and sacrificed and kept their focus and fought through tears and trials and tests. And if you have a dream and you commit to it, it will come to pass.
I made a promise that I will give it everything I got. I'm ready to die for what I had to succeed. I have to give it everything I got. That way I'm a winner no matter what.
If you look at the true warriors of humanity, you look at the true empire builders, you look at the true titans who are constructing a better world, they're less about pleasure seeking because they understand that if you want to have a great life, a soaring life, look at what most people do and do the opposite.
There are those of you, you're still immature. When your excitement is up, your effort is up. But when your excitement goes down, your effort goes down. For some of you, you're too seasonal. When you're excited, man, you coming to work the first week, the first month, the first 3 months when you got that job, you were excited, and so you was putting forth effort. You on blaze. Not you got comfortable. And you're not excited no more. And guess what happened? Your effort has gone down. So do me a favor. Get off of that feeling stuff. Get off your excitement.
Greatness is not meant for a few chosen people. It's meant for those who persistently pursue their dreams every day and make that choice when they wake up. Just a mentality, really. Aspirations come from people that do amazing things, but they're really ordinary people just waking up every day doing the little things that other people aren't doing.
Start walking. You have to start moving forward. You have to start taking steps in order to improve your vision, improve your perspective, change your perspective, make some kind of progress. And worst case scenario, you figure out that you walked the wrong direction. Okay, now you can walk in the other direction. And that's going to be fine. But standing there lost and not doing anything is just waiting to die. The day you stop growing, the day you stop getting better, is the day you die. Is the day the person who's trying to catch you will get you.
You're afraid that if you put your heart and soul into it and you fail, then how are you going to feel about yourself, right? So being fearless means putting yourself out there and going for it. No matter what, go for it. Not for anybody else, but for yourself.
The reason why I speak with so much passion, because I'm talking about my life, not something that I read. There is no excuse for not living up to the fullest potential. No excuse.
You think when you're young that you have all this time. You have no time. There's no time. I mean, one of the quotes on the wall in the gym in there is no tomorrow. From Rocky 3, you know, there is no tomorrow. Let's get all this done today.
The next year is going to go by whether you're doing something about your life or not. Just sitting around dreaming someday, someday I'm going to get a different job. Someday I'm going to change this. Well, someday ain't a day of the week. You got to say, okay, I'm going to take this small step by there, this small step by there. We don't leap tall buildings in a single bound. We take it a floor at a time.
Because there's somebody out there who wants your spot. And so you gotta embody excellence. You start training like it's your life, not a game, like it's your life. Like this the last opportunity, the only opportunity.
Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday. And I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality. You don't get better on the daggone couch. You get better by coming out here and getting up after it every daggone day.
It's really up to you the life you want to have. If you want a good life, then make good choices. What's my choice going to be today?
Because the only easy day was yesterday. That's gone. You wake up, you give it everything you got. Everything you got. Everything you're going to need for your day is probably around you. The further you go away from it, the further you go away from your day. Let the day carry you. And whatever you run into, man, run into it and give it all you got.
There are those of you in this room, you spend a majority of your life doing what other people want you to do. And so even what you're doing, you're not doing at 120% because you're doing what somebody else wants you to do. And you're not good enough to be somebody else. You never say no. You never say it can't get done. Don't you ever say out your mouth. Even if you feel in your heart it can't get done, you don't say it out loud. You let the broke folks say that. You always say it can get done. Even if you don't think it can get done, just say it and try to make up something.
Whatever that thing is that you actually enjoy doing, where you lose track of time when you're in it, even if it's challenging, but usually it is challenging, right? Like it's not easy because then it's boring, right? Which is also why the uncertainty thing is so key, right? To not knowing if it's gonna work or not. You are gonna work though, either way. Is that the people who are, quote, addicted to work make it easy to be addicted to work because they do things worth doing. And I think a lot of it is coming down to making sure that you take the few precious seconds that we have to do the few things that are worth doing for the rest of your life.
You see, every dream that you've ever had, it's all uphill. If you have a great relationship with somebody, you had to work on it. It's uphill. If you build a wonderful business, guess what? It was uphill. If you've made the right decisions, they're not easy, are they? It's uphill. And the only way that you can go uphill is to be intentional. Nobody ever accidentally went uphill. You've never talked to a successful person and said, how did you get to the top of the mountain? And then look at you and say, I have no idea. If they're at the top of the mountain, they know how they got there. Because they had to have effort. It took energy. It took time. Everything worthwhile is uphill.
Be encouraged today that no matter what you walk through, no matter how broken your marriage is, no matter how many times you failed, there is within you a spirit that is greater than whatever is going on around you.
And as you crawl up and out of that dismal and wretched place, as you rise above what you were, and as you take the form of who you are supposed to be, you will see that in the very act of standing up, in the very act of fighting on, you will become and you will remain unbroken.
And I'm not retreating. I'm not running. I don't care what they say on paper. I don't care if you say we outnumbered. We live by this and we die by this. We don't retreat. We don't run. We gonna stand, we gonna live, and we gonna die by what we stand for, and everybody gonna know what we represent and what we're a part of.
When you get to the point where all you want to do is be successful, as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. You love sleep too much. You love that alcohol too much. You love that substance too much. You love that vice too much. There's something that you love more than yourself. I need you to dream. I need you to focus on why you were born in the first place. Why are you here on earth for this particular time? What are you doing here? You need to tell you that you owe you something.
You'll wake up in the morning and you got two choices. Do you wake up in the morning with discipline saying, hey, I gotta work? Or do I just mess it up? It's really up to you, the life you want to have. If you want a good life, then make good choices. What's my choice going to be today?
Everybody's in their bed, sleep, dreading that it's a Monday, hate it's a Monday, and I'm loving it. I'm loving that. Where everybody's getting weaker, I'm getting stronger. It's not about the running, the swimming, the push-ups, the sit-ups. It's about what those things do for your mentality.
The next year is going to go by whether you're doing something about your life or not. Just sitting around dreaming, someday I'm going to get a different job. Someday I'm going to change this. Well, someday ain't a day of the week.
Because the only easy day was yesterday. It's gone. You wake up, you give it everything you got. Everything you got. Everything you're going to need for your day is probably around you. The further you go away from it, the further you're going away from your day. And whatever you run into, man, run into it and give it all you got.
You have to start moving forward. You have to start taking steps in order to improve your vision, improve your perspective, change your perspective, make some kind of progress. And worst case scenario, you figure out that you walked the wrong direction. Okay, now you can go walk in the other direction. And that's going to be fine. But standing there lost and not doing anything is just waiting to die.
There'll be times where you succeed and there are times that you fail. So wasting your time doubting whether you're going to be successful or not is pointless. It is. Put one foot in front of the other. You control what you can't control. And then you see what the outcome is. Right? If you win, great. You're going to have to wake up the next day and do the journey over again. If you lose, it sucks. But you're going to have to wake up the next day and do the journey all over again anyway. Right? So it's really pointless to sit here and debate or have doubt or this, that, and the other. You train as hard as you can. And you step out there and you let it flow.
The day you stop evaluating yourself, the day you stop growing, the day you stop getting better is the day you die. Is the day the person who's trying to catch you will get you.
And the most important thing to learn is that we have so much to learn. We all do. And we can learn from school and from people and from experience, and we learn from life.
Your life isn't margaritas on a beach in Jamaica. That happens now and then. Those are exceptions.
Your biggest enemy is you. People don't understand it's you against you. The only person that gets in your way is you. Nobody else. It's you.
You have to envision something that is more powerful than you. Something has to get you out of bed. And you have to create it. It has to be false because you're not it. There's no hacks, bro. It's you against you. You against you. And if you misunderstand that, you have a real problem.
Unless you understand that you've got to parent yourself, you got to push yourself, you're not going to make your dreams come true. You're just not.
Self-discipline is everything. It's all on you. It's all on you. The self part is what's big.
You can't be the best at something and try to balance everything else around your life. There is going to be times where things are going to be out of balance. It just is. So many individuals talk about that you need more balance, you need more balance, you need more balance. You don't find balance, you create it. And it's different for every individual out there.
There's so much knowledge out there, so much information, so many ways to get better. And we make so many mistakes. We're the product of our mistakes. And oftentimes the lesson is sitting there right in front of our face. It's there to be learned, but we miss it, or we don't pay attention to it, or we think we know better until it punches us in the face.
Man, the beauty of being someone who has to go through struggle, the beauty, because you get that. If there's no struggle, then it's nothing. There's no journey. There's no journey. You get to make that magic, man. You get to be the story.
People always say, man, how do you handle failure, man? I feel a lot, dude. I feel all the time. They go, how do you handle it? But I don't look at failure as failure. I look at failure as your first, second, third, fourth, fifth attempt. I look at them as attempts. I don't look at anything as failure. Because when you're going to try to do something, not trying is failure.
Other than death, all failure is psychological. Other than death, all failure is psychological. Think about that. This failure, this upset, this catastrophe, if you aren't dead, then it's just psychological.
The problem is when people fall into that dark hole, they think that defines them. But it doesn't. It doesn't define you. It's just you right now. You could be totally different tomorrow. You're a human being. You can think, you can adjust. That's sometimes all you need to do and decide, this is what I do from now on. I have good days. Tomorrow's going to be another good day. And then I'm going to force myself into another good day. And the next thing you know, I've got some momentum. You got some momentum. You could change everything.
You have a great life in front of you. But your great life is in front of you. It's not behind you.
It doesn't matter where you are in life. It really doesn't. Because the great thing about life is it's always your next move. Your next move that counts. No matter where you are, it doesn't matter. You could change your life if you want to. It's always your next decision.
You can't wait for everything to be okay to live your life.
That's a lesson that people need to hear and learn. Everybody just wants to be comfortable. You can't just wait for things to get perfect. You just go out and do stuff.
You can't let the past burn you twice, right? Which is like, if you failed in the past, if you project that failure into the present, then that past failure continues to repeat itself by you not even trying. It's like if we're looking at a kid who's walking, right, and they fall, we're not like, I think it's just going to be a crawler. You say so much worse things to yourself when it's like, if you failed, so what? It's like, it's a process. You're going to learn to walk, and you'll learn to walk eventually, as long as you don't stop.
I'm a warrior, period. There's a lot of guys who've been in a lot more combat than me. A warrior is not always that. A warrior is a mother says, hey, I'm here again today. I'm here again tomorrow. I'm going to be here the next day. I'm 50 years old. I'm still getting after it. It's a person that puts no limit on what's possible.
It's challenges that you face. Let their demands and their trials make you stronger. Let the adversity you face today turn you into a better person tomorrow.
There's no losing, only learning. There's no failure, only opportunities. And there's no problems, only solutions. Failure is the mother of all success. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan getting cut from his 9th grade basketball team, he wouldn't have became Michael Jordan. All they can do is learn and come back bigger, better, stronger, because all it's going to do is lead you in the right direction. If you're always winning, then you don't really understand what it is to win. You got to take those losses. You got to take those hits. There's got to be the valleys, the peaks, the ups, the downs. In order for you to, when it does happen, you go, wow, this is what it's all about.
Be the guy who embraces the ugly, the miserable. Be the guy who embraces hard work, the grind. Don't be afraid of being hurt. Don't be afraid of sacrificing some blood. And you should want this fight to be miserable. You should want this to hurt. Be the guy who thrives in that.
It's dangerous to dwell on past mistakes. People sort of define themselves by the worst moments that they've ever had. And if that's the case, like some people are stuck in high school. They're stuck in failures that they had like when they were first getting jobs, and they always think that they're a loser, and they keep low expectations so that they never have to feel that. You got to get through it. You got to get through bad feelings, and you get through it by just picking yourself back up and moving forward and going.
Don't have time to regret. We move on because we are acceptable for what we are, not what we think we should be. I'm accepted in myself by what I am, but not as I think I should be, because that's a lie. I'm a sinner. I'm an old sinner. I've done some bad things. I've done some good things. So, you just forgive yourself and move on.
Wherever you've been in the past that's bad, if you're not still there, your companion, which is yourself, needs to feel free to tell you it's okay. That was a bad place to be. That was a bad person to be. But you're not that person anymore. And you're not in that place anymore.
You are not your past. You're you. You're you right now. Like the past you might have done some things you wish you hadn't done. Don't dwell on that. You learn from it, that's fine, but don't dwell on it. Just keep moving. Keep moving. Use it as fuel. Say never again. I get what I did wrong, but don't think that you're that person that made those mistakes. You're the person who's learned.
Learn and move on. Don't let regret beat you down. Don't be a slave to regret. No. Let it teach you. Let it make you better. Let the fear of regret fuel you to take action, to become a better person, not filled with regret, but filled with knowledge. Filled with knowledge and strength and power and filled with life.
I look back at things in my life and I can't say it was somebody else's fault. I can't say I didn't do that. But then at the same time, I have to tell myself that you're a human and you made it right and you're making it right and it's okay.
And my personal question to you is, why not you? You've got the brains, you can make decisions, you can study the plan, you can change your life, you can grow immensely in the next few years, you can make your dreams come true, you can build a financial wall around your family nothing can get through, you can become healthy, you can become powerful. Why not you?
I started to say, what if I could pull this off? When I first walked into the Navy SEAL recruiter's office, he looked at me and said, there's only been 35 African Americans in 70 years make it through. You know what I said to myself? What if I can be the 36th? It's the what if I can pull off a fucking miracle. What if I can become someone that no one thinks I can be? And just me talking about that, I have the hair going up on my arms because it makes me just like, what if?
Like everything around you is full of potential. Everything. Maybe more potential than you could ever possibly utilize. And so maybe all you have is this little rat hole of a room in some rundown place in the world. It's like, fix it up.
Stop searching. Stop looking. Okay? You don't find love.
The major key to your reaching your dream, you're living up to your greatness, you're making your contribution, but the major key to your making things happen in your life is you.